Tampa Bay has been on the stadium path for so many years. I'm ready to call it decades now. We talked to you yesterday about Tropicana Field and Tampa. We've talked to you throughout, nothing personal, post-hurricane. And I told you that I don't see a scenario under which Tropicana Field is ready for 2025, and they're not going to be. A study got completed yesterday that it cannot be repaired for next season. The Rays must play somewhere else. Baseball knew this the morning of the hurricane, after the hurricane. Tampa, the Rays did not want to tell you. They stayed quiet, but they knew also. St. Petersburg, where Tropicana Field is, they commissioned a group to come in and assess the damage. And they gave a 400-page plus report yesterday. And here's the summary. Put your head between your legs and kiss your tuchus au revoir, because we've got a problem bigger than losing the moon, Houston. $55.7 million. That's what it will cost to repair Tropicana Field. But don't you worry, we can have it done for 2026. Oh, by the way, sorry, that doesn't include all sorts of other costs. So I'm sorry, what's the $55.7 million? Does that get us ready to play? Not exactly. It won't return Tropicana Field to the state in which it was in, which is a state of disrepair, but it will return it to the ability to be used again. 55.7. There's a rule when you get a report about what costs will be to repair damage, because I've gotten a lot of reports on damage to Marlins Stadium and Marlins Park, as it was being built, after it was open, while we were running it. It's like getting an estimate to redo your bathroom. You're best served to multiply it by 3, and when they tell you to be done in 4 weeks, you multiply that by 4. So it'll be 16 weeks, and it'll be about 3 times the bid that they're giving you. Overruns, issues that come up. You think for 1 second St. Petersburg is going to spend $55.7 million to get Tropicana Field back to where they can play, knowing that the Rays are only going to play there for the 2 more years, maybe 3 more years? So really, that's an investment that has no chance of paying off, because you will never be able to generate the revenue that St. Petersburg will be able to in any way collect. The vigorish between what insurance will pay and what they will have to add as their deductible and then premium going forward for the next building. Anyone aware of how you do that when you are a community, a city council, or a team? You don't. There is a line item in the budget for the new Tampa Stadium that's due to open in 2028 called insurance. That's a very big deal when you're building a ballpark, especially in Florida, where bad stuff happens every single season. And I don't mean on the field. So when you are budgeting insurance, you have to argue with the public, with the representatives of the public who you elect. How much of the insurance will you cover? How much will you cover? How much will it cost? What are we exactly insuring? Remember, Tropicana Field, only this year, St. Petersburg lowered their insurance coverage because the premiums were too high. They were paying like $1 million a year, and they cut it to $250,000 to save money, and then a hurricane hit. That's a small bit of irony. Total despondency in Tampa. So here's what you're going to do. You are going to take that report, and you are going to file it in the circular file. Because if you are the Tampa Bay Rays, you're not getting into a fight with St. Petersburg about refurbing Tropicana Field. And if you are understanding the politics of St. Petersburg, where there's a new council elected in last week who doesn't want the deal anyway, they're not going to want to pay an extra tens of millions of dollars for your old field and still be willing to put in what you need them into the new ballpark. It is a total nightmare for the Rays and for baseball. But the way baseball is, you solve the most immediate problem and then you worry about the rest later. I assure you that what baseball is focused on only is where the Rays will play in 2025.